What's cracking, guys? Today I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant video slash news. Like, what? Don't worry. I don't usually do this kind of stuff, but this one kind of hit home with me because I have kind of a history with the subject, and when it was brought to my attention, I thought, hey, that's pretty freaking cool. And what is so cool, what do I think is awesome, is that the Sakura Spirit, the visual novel, is actually getting adapted into a manga now. Now, there's a few questions that come to mind, obviously, when you are seeing the picture compared to the original art style. A little bit different, you know, there's two different artists here, as opposed to Wanaka, who drew and illustrated the original Sakura Spirit. Very sexy style, you know what's going on. You got the more moe style here in the manga form of Sakura Spirit by the artist Suzune Reina. I look off to the side because it's hard for me to remember Japanese names. Please excuse me. Now, I looked into Suzune Reina because I don't know all artists by name, and I think she's very appropriate for this series, considering her repertoire consists of lots of hentai. Now, where is it getting published brings another interesting thing here. It's in Dengeki Hime, which is, another kind of, ecchi sort of manga going down here. Sometimes hentai in that shit. Another appropriate place here to put the series. Does it mean that the series is gonna go towards a ecchi hentai kind of thing going on here? I mean, it was always ecchi, but will it actually cross the borders? It'll probably show boobs, let's be honest here, because Japanese have a very different way of thinking, as opposed to Americans during that stuff. They just like, oh, boobs, that's normal. Why can't we have that thinking? I like that thinking. In fact, it's so normal that the ecchi genre doesn't even exist in Japan. It's just hentai, or that's just normal boobs. Like, whatever, they're not fucking, it's just boobs, whatever. That's an interesting little tidbit I learned from Joey Senpai. And another question that brings to mind is it going to follow the original storyline, or is it going to branch off and do something completely new? Now, if you watch the original visual novel, played it, wherever, it was all over the place, whatever have you, you know that it kind of ended in kind of a happy tone, but very, very, very much set up for a Sakura Spirit 2 kind of deal. But unfortunately, that's never gonna happen, considering that the original writer of the series quit after it was done. They had a whole bunch of trouble just getting writers to stay, people to stay on the team when the original visual novel came out. Whole bunch of trouble, lots of people quitting, and when it finally they got something working, they shoved it out there, and apparently it became a smashing hit. #1 seller on Steam. And it remained there for a decent amount of time, And it's also how I started my channel, doing the Sakura Spirit game. So that's why I feel like another connection with it. Because if that game never released, I'm not even sure what I would be doing on YouTube at this point in time. But anyway, as I was saying, is it going to follow the original storyline? Yeah, maybe. The original storyline just being, you got the fox girls, these demonish kind of girls, and then you just got the normal humans, and they're clashing, and Takahiro, this boy, uses the power of friendship and boobs to bring everybody together happily in the end. Like, okay, so it's not a riveting story, mind you, but still, it was lighthearted, it was funny, and let's be honest, a lot of people were there just for the service itself. Now, keep in mind, I don't really care if it branches off and follows a different plot line altogether, because, I'm not even sure if this is going to be a long-running series or a short series or whatever have you. Just as long as I'm able to see Mayako and Machiko again, I'm pretty freaking happy. But still, I'd like to see some connections to the original story, at least like some references. Now, what do I think it's gonna do for the series is actually something pretty amazing, because, like, how many different American-made mangas and things like that have you seen reached Japanese shores? Like, not many stuff, like maybe Powerpuff Girls, and that's about all I can think off the top of my head. That kind of got translated into that. But it's not many things. And so when this kind of stuff happens, it's kind of nice to see them opening up their doors to something new and different, and making the series actually expand, and it'll help Wing Cloud get their product out there more, get bigger budgets for their games, and I think it's going to be all around a very good thing. And who knows, maybe if things go extremely, extraordinarily well magically, it may become an anime. Would you guys like to see a Sakura anime? I think I would. I would mind. Now for the kicker is it's getting a simultaneous Japanese and English release, unfortunately digital only, in May. Very, very shortly coming up here, but I think that's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna read it. I'm definitely gonna have fun with it. Not the way you're thinking. Well, it depends on the context. But you know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. I'm very excited for this series. Maybe you guys are gonna be too. But more than anything, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on this development. The Sakura Spirit game getting a manga. Do you think it's gonna be too silly? Do you think it's gonna be just right? Do you think it's gonna do well? Do you think it's gonna tank? Possibly? I can't say for certain at this point. But regardless of the outcome, I'm still going to keep my eye on the series. I'm very excited to see what's going on, and I'm also very excited to see your discussions on what's going on in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this special little Noble Rant session here. Maybe leave a like if you did. If you want to see some more stuff for me, things to talk about, more things to rant about me, you can suggest those in the comments as well. But for now, thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother.